Okay, so what we're making today is a creamy garlic rice, which is great because you can mix it with anything. So we have some leftover chicken that I might make it with, or some vegetables, anything. But basically you're just gonna melt some butter in there. That's probably 2 or 3 tablespoons, but I might have to put more in there. And then I'm gonna add the garlic in, simmer it around for a bit. Okay, so your butter's pretty much melted. Now you're gonna add some garlic in. And this is the garlic that I have. Looks kind of gross because it's like already mashed up, but you could use garlic powder, or like if you just have a clove of garlic. And you're just gonna throw it in there. And maybe we'll do a little bit more. I love garlic. And throw this in there with the butter. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention. I'm trying to grab my thing. Anyway, and then just kind of cook it for a couple minutes. Not too long. You don't want it to burn, so just keep it moving. You can smell it. It smells really good. And cook that for a couple minutes. Okay, so I cooked this around for maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes. And now what I'm going to do is add the rice. So when you're making rice, it's really easy. You just do a 1-to-2 ratio. Yep, so, sorry, I had to think about that. So I have 1 cup of rice here, and then I'm going to put in 2 cups of liquid. But before we add the liquid, we're just going to add the rice to our butter garlic mixture, like so. And mix it around and coat it in the butter. If it doesn't all the way coat through, you can add more butter. But yeah, it's not super strict. The rules are just kind of just whatever you think is good. But that was probably enough. It's pretty much coating all of our butter here. And we'll cook it for maybe a minute or 2 just to kind of roast it. Get the seasons all in there. Okay, so this is sizzling, and we're just gonna let that cook for another minute while I measure this stuff out. So I said 1-to-2. I did 1 cup of rice. Oh, this is not focused. Anyway, so then you're gonna add in 2 cups of something. But since I want this to be a little creamier, I'm gonna use half milk, half water. But you can also use chicken broth or just water. It just depends on. But if you add milk for half of it, it's gonna be creamier than regular. So we'll add that in there. Mix this around so it doesn't spill everywhere. Okay. And then add a cup of water. Okay, so I added a little bit of salt, just a little bit. And now I'm going to put a lid on here. And then, it doesn't have to be super high, but probably like medium temperature. And you're going to wait for this to boil. And then you're going to turn the heat down and let it simmer until there's no more liquid left in there. Okay, so you may want to crack your lid open, kind of like so. Can we see the rice in there? Oh yeah, you see some boiling action. Because otherwise, once it starts to boil, it'll boil out and it'll make a huge mess, and then you'll have to clean it up or just live in your filth, I guess. But anyway, so just keep it cruising. Still got the heat on. You can turn your hood on if you want to suck up this vapor that's coming out. Okay, so checking in. We're still boiling, but we're getting closer. Meanwhile, I'm preparing. These are just leftovers. I didn't actually do this, but some veggies. So cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, carrots, some other things. You can have chicken on the side. You could have literally anything you want. That's why this is so great. Or you could just eat the rice by itself. But it's a great side to mix and match with. Okay, a tip. If you have a bite, so mine, I'll show you, is pretty much ready, right? There's not much more water in there. But I had a bite, and it's not quite ready. It's still got a little bit of a crunch to it. So what I'm gonna do let's add some more water. Again, or cream. Whatever you want. Oh my god. Okay. So just add a little bit in there. Just pop the lid. Add a little. Kind of mix it in there. Get it going again. Not a ton, just a bit. So I just maybe did 1/4 cup. And if you turn the heat off, remember to turn it back on. Just something low, kind of how it is there. And yeah, just give it another couple minutes to sizzle on out and absorb that water. Okay, so we're just about ready. I just pulled these veggies out of the microwave. They're kind of steaming. I don't know if you can see. You can. Oh, you can. Yeah, you see the steam. And I think that our rice is just about ready. So I'm popping the lid off. See my technique here. Oh my god. I tip it up like this. You can see liquid coming out on the other side. You need to keep the lid on and let it boil a little longer. But this is hard to show you. This is looking great. So I'm going to turn the heat off. And then I'm going to taste it, see if I like it. Okay, so you serve it up. It looks delicious. You can add a little salt, a little pepper, however much you want. And then you give it to your quarantine buddies and have them enjoy it.